What's up guys, Kyle Bradshaw here, and today I want to share with you my newest MotoVlog setup. So for the last 4 years, I've been using this Hero 3 Plus. Now the simplicity of this camera is what I loved. Typically newer GoPro cameras, you have to have a mic adapter, and you have to have all kinds of extra stuff that you have to purchase in order to be able to make the camera work. This Hero 3 was amazing because all I needed was this USB jack that plugs in, and then you can plug any 3.5 millimeter jack directly into it, and now you have your microphone to be able to vlog with. Super simple setup. Now the quality of the video that I get out of that 3 Plus is okay, but it has increasingly gotten worse and worse as compared to the other cameras out there in the marketplace. So December, a year and a half ago, I picked up the brand new DJI Osmo Action camera. Now I got two of them, hoping to have one as my B-roll camera and one is my helmet mount camera. Now what happened was I plugged this guy in and I was not able to get any audio to clearly come through. The reason for that is it was peaking. As I would speak, it would ping off the top and then completely eliminate audio. But not being able to get good audio into it is absolutely sucky. The second issue that I had was wind noise. I couldn't get the wind noise to stop on that Osmo Action camera. All right, now I'm gonna play side by side what we're getting inside the helmet right now. Now just recently, Brian Ford, a buddy of mine, has given me a tip that allowed me to be able to use this camera now in the helmet and on the bars with amazing audio quality. And I'm gonna share with you today just how that happened. I got the mic adapter plugged into the camera. I've got the volume adjuster plugged into the mic adapter, and then I've got the microphone plugged into that. So that's the setup that I've got to run in order to get audio into the DJI Osmo Action. Now current Hero 9's run about $400. Now this guy here, the DJI Osmo Action, was $399 when it was first released, and that's what I paid for it back then. But just recently, they have lowered that price. It's now $199, and you can get it with a spare battery. So you're getting a 4K action camera with amazing resolutions. You can do super slow motion, you can do 4K, there's so many things that you can do with this camera, and it's so user-friendly. The interface on the back of this camera is so easy to use. Let me really quick turn this on real quick. If you want to change the speed of how you're recording or what you want to do, you simply swipe up, you swipe to the side, and that's going to change all of the aspects that you're playing with. If you want to look at the last things you shot, you simply slide to the side, and boom, that's what you last shot. If you want to format a memory card or something like that, you slide down from the top, and everything is here in the menu. Super easy. The most easy to use camera that I have ever played with. Like I said, I've been using this thing for a year and a half for all my B-roll shots. So if you take a look at Moab or Death Valley or any of the rides that I've gone on, you can see the B-roll shots look crisp, they look sharp, they look amazing. And that's because they were done with the DJI Osmo Action camera. Now, the Hero 3 Plus shoots in 4K as well, but when I play those two frames side by side, the quality they get out of the DJI is so far superior. I was just bummed out that I wasn't able to get crisp, clean audio into that camera until recently. So the first thing you need to purchase extra after you purchase your camera, like I said, this camera and battery combo right now is going for 199 bucks. You then need this Sonova adapter that then plugs into the USB-C port on the side of the camera. Now what I was doing at this point was I was plugging my 3.5 millimeter jack directly into that adapter, and that's what I was trying to use for my audio. Basically the same setup that I was using on the Hero 3. Again, what was happening is my voice would ping off the top, and it would eliminate all audio, and just obviously you just can't use it when it happens like that. So what I did then was I went and got a wireless mic, this Rogue mic right here that I have on my chest. Now that has a volume adjust, so you can choose the decibel rating that's going to actually go into the camera. So I've been using that for shooting around the shop here, for doing anything off the motorcycle, but as soon as I get on the bike, I had to go back to the not so good looking as far as visual quality goes, Hero 3. Now recently Brian shot me over a link to a video where there was a gentleman in Europe, I believe, that was using this volume adapter right here. This thing costs $6, and I'm able to put it in line between my adapter here on the Osmo and my actual microphone. Now this setup right here allows me to have volume control or volume adjustment going into the camera. If I have it down at the most minimum level, zero noise comes through. And if I turn it up Turning it up, 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 turning it up. And now it should be full blast again. And if I have this thing even cranked all the way up, I'm getting the perfect amount of voice or audio coming into the helmet without that peak off the top. The cord that I'm using right now is a 90-degree cable, which seems to fit amazingly. So I'm going to be installing this here on my helmet, replacing the Hero 3 Plus, and we're going to have amazing video out the front, having great audio come through as well. Now, how do I get this stuff mounted onto the helmet? Well, let me go ahead and remove this guy real quick. I'm using a mount from Extreme Sport Wannabes. It's this guy right here. It is a 3D printed camera mount that I have then put an extension on, because what I like to do is I like to have the top of my camera right here eye level so I can position it and see just exactly where that camera is sitting and kind of the angle that it's going at. I can then modify that as I'm sitting on the bike and get that perfect shot. Now, before I go any further, I want to mention I've got two different cables here on the table. The first one that I ordered was this guy right here. And as you can see, it comes directly off the back of this connector. So this connector is going to attach to the back of the camera. The other neat part about this setup is I can actually run a USB-C power cable to the bottom, so I can actually have power all day long while running on the bike and not ever have to stop to change batteries. That's a pretty huge benefit. But as you can see, this cable comes directly off the back, and that was causing a little bit of interference on the back of the helmet here. So I found another one that was a 90-degree. So now I can plug it in, the cable can come down, and we can route this cleanly right onto the mount down here. So another tip that I have for you is when I position the GoPro mount, or the structure right here, I make sure that my screw that holds everything together is on the opposite side of the mic adapter. That allows getting this thing on and off just a little bit easier. So on the fly, if I want to get a good shot of the cockpit, I just angle this down a little bit, and I get a great cockpit shot as I'm riding. If I want to take a look more at the top of the scenery or the mountains that I'm going through, I can tip that back just a little bit, and now I'm getting kind of up over the screen. Just the amount of flexibility that I have here is phenomenal. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take that 90-degree cable. I'm going to plug that guy in here. Now, gaff tape is something I carry with me everywhere that I go. It's basically a fabric type tape that they use in movies and all kinds of stuff. I always carry it with me. It's easy to tear off a small piece if you need a small piece, or a large piece if you need a larger piece. But super versatile. It's unlike duct tape in the fact that it doesn't get super sticky. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my volume adjuster. I'm going to put it all the way into the high position because I found that that's where it works best. While out there on the road, I'm now going to tape around that volume button so it actually doesn't move. We're then going to plug our microphone in. And now this microphone is going to get tucked down right underneath here. So now we have the microphone tucked up under the cheek pad here. We have our cable run. And what I typically do in order to make sure that this cable is protected and not going to get jacked around or pinched or frayed or just abused as I'm riding off-road and branches are coming around, I'm going to take a little bit more gaff tape and I'm just going to cover that cable so that it's completely sealed against the helmet here. So this complete setup right here, you got the camera for $199 that actually comes with an extra battery. We have the mic adapter. It's going to be this guy right here. It's going to run you about 25 bucks. You then have your adapter that's going to be about $7, and the actual microphone itself, which is going to be about 25 bucks. And this right here is my $250 all-in MotoVlogger helmet setup. Again, whether it's a dirt bike, street bike, adventure bike, doesn't matter. This is going to be the most cost-effective and best quality producing MotoVlog setup that I have found to date. So now it's time for this Hero 3 to go in the trash, because we are never gonna need to use it again. Anyway, I'm Kyle Bradshaw. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. If you like what you saw today, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you want more action like this coming directly to your inbox, hit that subscribe button, and more importantly, the notification bell, so you can be part of the notification squad. Until next time, and as always, take care. Ride safe out there. All right, guys, we got the DJI Osmo Action mounted up to the camera here via the Canvo, I don't know what it's called. Anyway, I got the mic adapter plugged into the camera. I've got the volume adjuster plugged into the mic adapter, and then I've got the microphone plugged into that. So that's the setup that I've got to run in order to get audio into the DJI Osmo Action. Now right now I have the volume adapter cranked all the way up. When I tested the other day, I had it all the way down and then worked my way up, and there was absolutely zero audio coming out of this thing when the volume was all the way down. So you can actually mute the camera 100% by the volume control. I then noticed that when I had it in the halfway position, my audio was muted halfway. The road noise was awesome. It almost went away. But yeah, it kind of gave a funny sound to the audio itself, being only half the volume. So I'll play with that again here right now. Right now I'm in full volume mode. My test right now is to see if I'm still going to peak or bounce off the top. This is a different audio adapter or volume control than I was using the other day. The one I used the other day comes straight out of the back of the camera, which could have some interference problems with the helmet. If the camera is sitting a little bit closer to the chin portion of the helmet. The cord that I'm using right now is a 90-degree cable, which seems to fit amazingly. God, this bike is so fast. Crack the throttle like that, the front end just comes up. Or the back end just slides out, one of the two if you're not in traction control. Right now we're checking to see if the wind noise is low enough that it would be adequate for vlogging down the highway, number one, and number two, we're checking to see if the voice audio is bouncing off the rev limiter and cutting out because it's just too much input for the camera to handle. That's what the problem was before. I really dig this 90-degree on here. That's awesome. I'm trying to find something in the dark down here. Oh, it's over here on the side. No wonder I couldn't find it. Dude, look at this mirror. We got rain yesterday and all the dust on here just completely jacked everything up. Alright, now I can get to the audio adjuster. So let me go ahead and get my hand on it, but not my thumb. Let's see. Hold it here. I think that's all the way that way. Alright, that should be probably about halfway. Now I'm going to keep talking as I rotate this thing all the way. Turning it up, 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 and now it should be full blast again. So that there, I just kept saying turning it up from all the way to from 0 all the way up to 100%, just to see kind of what those sounds sound like, all at the same speed. We're doing 95 miles an hour, and all at the same voice tone, just to make sure that that's not changing. I'm not yelling more when it's higher than when it's softer, or vice versa. Anyway, that there's a quick test of my Osmo Action with the 90-degree adapter that goes into my volume control, which goes into my microphone. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching this little test. Hey, Brian, thank you so much for the heads up. I really appreciate it. Man, buddies like that working together to solve a solution or solve a problem or find a solution to a problem. I guess that's really what I was going to say. Jeez Louise. And this mirror, uh-oh, watch this. Ah! It's like I got a regular mirror now. The other day when I crashed this thing, broke it loose. Oh man, I need my little cruise control nodule. I left it on the other bike. There we go. Anyway, thanks Brian, appreciate you. Hope you get your system set up as well and taken care of. And yeah, I haven't seen many ride videos from you lately, so make sure you get out there and get on that bike, get some throttle therapy, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.